Past Lives with Nikola Tesla in 2021. It was a hypnosis session that I had with Alba Weinman. And those of you that know her, wonderful. And if you don't, go check her out. She's quite extraordinary. She's been doing this work for many, many years. I think like 20 years, something like that. She's well-renowned, world-renowned um, hypnotherapist, and she's got this extraordinary ability to take you very deep into a hypnotic state and recall information that you are trying to connect the dots with. So I'm sharing my actual session here for you to view, and there's some clips. There's timestamps to go into if you don't want to listen to the whole thing, but it's quite extraordinary. And, it's kind of vulnerable because it's like, towards the end, I didn't know she was going to put it on her YouTube channel, and it's gotten almost like 14,000 views. It's been on there for, obviously a few years. But, at the end, it's funny because I'm like, oh, wait, you're going to share this out in public? What? Because I didn't know. It's kind of funny. Anyway, check that out. It's very interesting. I go into explicit detail for me. This was an eye-opening transition for me because when Nikola Tesla came in, for the first year, for the first 6 months, back up, for the first 3 months, I'm acclimating to his energy, and I just was just astounded by the influx of energy and information that I was receiving. And I really did need to go through this huge process of 3 months of acclimating. And then for the first 6 months, I was collecting data and creating a process to receive all of this information. So it was this step-by-step process that I was going through. So by the end of the year, I was like, what is happening? And right then and there, in September, I got in with her and had this session, and then it was published in November of 2021. So it was a huge catalyst for me to open up to this information even deeper and understand it more on a deeper level of what was really transpiring. And I had had many, many past lives with Nikola Tesla, both as his younger sister. He was my older brother. We were inseparable. We did everything together. We played together. He was like my everything. So I had this like deep, deep connection from the very beginning that I did not understand. I knew it was the soul connection when he first came in 2020. But I didn't know the depth of it because, I was so enamored with the process and busy, figuring out this process and what was transpiring within each day, um, that, I didn't have that opportunity to, go even deeper. So Alba Weinman really helped me so much so, and I'm so appreciative of her session because she really did connect so many dots for me that have proven to be, over and over, time and time again, to be true. And, with me kicking and screaming, doubting and all those things, at the end of the day, it's true. It goes far beyond belief, for me. And now it's just, this is my amazing job that I get to connect in and bring forth information that sometimes I have no clue what it means, but then I share it out and people are like, "Oh my gosh," and then they get their light bulb moments. So this work is quite extraordinary. And anyway, if you listen to this video that I share with my past lives with Nikola Tesla. There's many that I did have, as a young woman as well, and working with him and Einstein. So that, Einstein's always popped in throughout the years. And again, I knew I had some sort of connection with him, but until you really go deep, deep down and surrender into the information and want to understand it uh, deeply, you know, you won't get your answers. And then until you do, it's like, oh, okay, great, I get it. So it's very exciting, but anyway, it's just a backstory of how far we can deep dive into our own stories, right? So this is why I created a huge part of why I created the origin of light is exploring what is your origin of light? How deep do you want to go? How, what do you want to learn about yourself? It's all about soul discovery and what you're passionate about and what you're really good at and how do you expand your company, your business. How do you start a business? How do you explore your amazing gifts and abilities? And how can you be in deeper service to the world? So it can go from a problem and we solve it to, what is your bigger picture for your life? Why did you come here? Who is your soul family and who are you connected deeply with, right? So this is why I created this as a beautiful, safe haven, a safe place for us to connect and to learn with each other.